What's good? What's going on? Masculine Pose here. So show your love, subscribe, get the word out. Yeah, just share that love. Okay, so it's important to talk about where we are at as a people, as a black people. It's important to identify who you are in that community and what you want for yourself. A lot of people just exist. They just exist. They float. Let's say you're born into R&B, excuse me, you just go along with that. If you're born into trap, go along with that. Go born into hip hop. Now, as individuals, especially if you've allowed the privilege of traveling, you can understand that we as a people are way more than that. There's an image that's been crafted for us, and a lot of young people try to fit it in that. And you see that image being perpetuated wherever it's black people. And this is done with Mexican black people, believe it or not. This is done with black people on the continent. This is done, of course, this, emanates from the United States. It's done in the UK. So that's the hip hop image for the man, the thug image to some extent. Men don't follow it as much, but they kind of follow it to some extent. And the ratchet, bad B image twerking woman for the one for the woman. So the point of this video, I want young men or anybody for that matter, but young men to identify that you can change your neural programming. I'm born into a certain culture today. I identify that I'm a black person. Whenever I travel, you're forced to be a certain type of character. Whether you're supposed to be the guy who's this that people identify with, and even if you don't try to put yourself in those categories, people will try to do that. Oh, you look like Usher. Can you dance? You look like a basketball player. Can you do this and that? So the success that you are attain in this life is going to come from what you do with yourself. So what I did personally, I identified that hey, I want to be, I want to read books, and at that point in time, I had no interest in reading at all. So I wrote that on my card. Man, I need to read. So this will character. I call it. There was a character card. I wanted certain traits in myself that I admired about certain people. It could be like my uncle used to do this, and so I would develop different traits from different people. I would write these traits down because I identified that for me to get outside what I really wanted, to be the person I really wanted to be, I had to re-engineer myself. And that's the part I really want to get into your head. I won't keep this video long. You can re-engineer your wiring. You can enjoy hip hop, but you don't have to succumb to the culture. Because when you're in the culture, you're battling negativity. You're battling a negative image. You're battling, I know the incarceration rates are down, but you're still battling that. You're battling the opposite sex. Black men ain't shit, that type of thing. You don't want to be that because at the end of the day, I want to respect the individual watching this video by coming in and learning some traits that will help you in your adulthood, and then you're going to age. Because as much as we are a group of people, we're individuals. So for you to live the best of what you can live, cultivate some traits about yourself, whether it's discipline, whether it's being a good listener, whether it's being a reader, whether it's being inquisitive enough to follow through an idea. I want to make money online. How do I do that? And the more each and this has to be done by the men mostly. Why am I saying it to the men? Because I feel like we will take information and not justify it, not make excuses. I know some women are doing it, but this channel is for men. Push yourself to get some traits on your plate. Write them down. There's power in writing, and keep it on yourself, whether it's on your phone, preferably right now, written down. It's always on you. Get one skill per day or per week. Okay, whether it's learn a word, discipline your mind to program yourself outside from the culture, because whether you like it or not, you're still functioning within the culture. But that's gonna make you a different kind of breed of a person in your older years. You'll be in demand over time. Right now, you might be lame, you might be somebody who's looked down on, But I just really want to make this video because a lot of people don't have the tools, it seems, or they don't have, and everything is course, do my course and everything else. But just jot down what it is that you admire, Like for me, I wanted to be fit in my older years. I'm 41, so I wanted to be fit. So I remind myself, remember to do a 100-meter sprint. Remember to do 30 push-ups. These are simple things, reminders that I signed up to something for myself so that I turn up for myself. It beats being on the keyboard, battling a woman or some person. Why we're falling short? Why there's misunderstanding about deadbeat daddies, and that's when you focus on your course, when on your path. There's a scripture in the Bible. Some of y'all don't believe, but I believe. It says, "I've run my race. I have done my part." I'm paraphrasing now. I have paid the price. So pay the price to be the black man that you need to be. Even if you excel whatever you do, you're still going to function within the community, and you're going to be a beacon and a light to the up and coming people. It's important. Get your whatever skill you might want. It may seem a little bit impossible. We're not talking about being millionaires here. We just talk about character traits and skill sets. Write them down, and then just do a little bit each time. Because the more men do that, we can show young men how to be, and hopefully they will more follow suit. Okay? Peace, love, and blessings.